Folks, I remember when season 9 was officially announced and we got that first promo pic. The one with the ladies lined up from left to right. And strangely enough, we were like, whoa, wait a minute. So we got Danny and Sabrina on the far left, then Andy's in the center. Fatima's right beside her. And, they're genuinely all facing the same direction, I believe, with one hand, on the other shoulder. But Karen was on the far right with her back turned towards Fatima and away from the rest of the group. And I remember saying, whoa, I feel like that's some foreshadowing right there. Could this be a sign of Karen officially breaking away from the sisters? And based on her declaration that she's possibly leaving ATL, I feel like that says a lot. And I just finished recording a lengthy video based on a Michael Young's comment regarding the problem is that Karen is in a group of women who were perfect for her to be around in college. But now that they're grown, dealing with grown folk stuff, that same mentality isn't going to fit. Hence why she couldn't really call to them when she needed someone to confide in regarding her situation with the miscarriage and whatnot. And it's not just because none of them could relate, since none of them have been pregnant and whatnot. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I need to surround myself. I need to talk with somebody who would give it to me straight versus someone who's always busy on something else, or too kumbaya, or, too quote unquote, too aggressive like Danny. But I honestly think that Karen leaving makes sense. I'm not saying I want it to happen, but I think that her leaving for the sake of bettering herself in order to be a better mom just works. And I also think that, again, as a companion piece to my other video about her being surrounded by people who just treat everything like they would do it in college, it's sad, but it's just further evidence of, yeah, I just surrounded myself with the wrong people, to the point of when I need somebody to be real with me, I can't go to any of them. And I need to leave ATL because I have nothing really left here. And I remember saying at the beginning of the season, I'm like, well, before the beginning of the season, if Karen leaves to have a emotional goodbye, especially with Zach and or Fatima expressing just pure honesty, I don't know who I am outside of my tether to my connection to Zach. I mean, for so long, I've, wasted too much time and energy feeding into a relationship that's been dead on the water even before we officially broke up. And I used Aaron, and you were right. I mean, it would be quite the writing if they actually did it. I don't know if these new writers could do it, though, because of the fact that they've made this show such a Karen-centric or Zarin-centric series since they took the pen in season 7. But to have Karen actually admit to this, I think people would appreciate Ebony a whole lot more. And by people appreciating her, I mean the people who have been just hating on her. Not just Karen, but the people have written all sorts of nasty things about her on the internet for years now. But I mean, to have a scene where Karen comes to grips to how nasty she's been and tries to make amends with a final farewell before going off to, make a fresh start, that will be great. Similar to what Gary did with Andy in the penthouse. Now, people are still wondering if both Karen and Gary are manipulating things in their favor. But I don't know. I'd like to think that we've seen that song and dance done way too many times. Learn a different tune. And the proof is in the pudding. But to have Karen have a moment of reflection like that, where she's honest to everyone about everything, I feel that will be a perfect send-off of the character. She does not have to be gone forever, but, no pun intended, but as a way to kind of close the book on her character, this would be great. And her turned away from the rest of the sister circle. Yeah, the foreshadowing was epic. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.